I am coming to you, my friend, the specialist, for two reasons. One, I'm horrified that this happened, that this is part of your family's recent past and that we've never spoken about it. And I want to know, as a friend and as just as someone who admires you, what that was, what their experiences were, what that meant for you as a child. And can you explain the developmentally appropriate ways to handle it with our own kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. That was beautiful.
Oh,
Just wanted to say that because
I'll never say it again.
It's it's so generous because these stories do matter, and because you have and as a side note, overcoming poverty is an enormous, that's not what we're talking about today, but
yes, it's fine. That's what I spend my life talking about. That's fine. I give it plenty of it gets plenty of screen time. This is not what we're talking about today.
But it is generous to use your voice and your platform to share stories that matter and that are quickly dwindling away and people don't necessarily even believe or know about anymore. And so it's a little outside of, part of this is outside of my typical wheelhouse, because personal stories with a friend about family history because my grandparents survived the Holocaust. And also it is in this wheelhouse because we can talk about how we can have conversations about really unimaginable atrocities with children and tweens and teens in ways that won't harm them emotionally, psychologically, or to scare them to the point where they can't even take action, but still keep them informed. And I actually am, I think the reason, I heard Brene Brown say something that was really captured why we still need to have these conversations with our children, which was basically, when you hear someone using dehumanizing language in any way, because dehumanization always starts with language, that we should get chills down our spine and resistance in our veins. And I really felt like that's what this is. This is a story about dehumanization that escalated to genocide. And as parents, we don't have to start by talking about genocide to have an influence. We can start by not allowing dehumanization in our language or in our children's language, even down to when they're arguing with their peer or with their sibling. So that was my first out of the gate, like, how do we talk about this? We don't start with genocide and the Holocaust. We start with teaching kids that dehumanizing language is harmful in a way that allows us to be cruel and dissociate from things that we normally wouldn't feel good about. So